I want you to listen to the noise of that excavator in the background, and I want you to feel that sense of love towards it. Your mind might be telling you that that's not ideal and that's not perfect, but you can override that, and you can basically project love towards that noise and towards that excavator and feel that same wonderful feeling inside. And that is the essence of letting go and accepting everything that is feeling love towards it, no matter what it is. If you can change your natural inclination and start to project love towards things, instead of letting your mind criticize or judge, you'll find that your entire world is transformed around you. Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. So actually tonight is a perfect example of the purification process, which you achieve through meditation, which is acceptance of everything the way that it is and not the way that your mind thinks it should be. Tonight when I arrived here, it was absolutely gorgeous. So I decided that I would set up some chairs right outside the front of the church here. As you can see, we've got the beautiful sunset going on behind us through the trees. And once I'd got everything set up, the wind started to pick up and it actually started to get a little bit cooler. And so as I was sitting here, I was just kind of, sitting here and experiencing everything that was going on. And for a while, it seemed like everything was just going into chaos. So this beautiful idea that I had of setting up outside the church here so we could enjoy this beautiful place and the sunset, and all of a sudden there were planes flying overhead. There's a crow up in the tree right there yelling at me, and the pinwheels over here are spinning like crazy. And I'm sure you can probably hear wind on the microphone too, because that's right in the wind right now. And so as you sit here, you could actually get really upset with that. It wasn't what I was hoping to give you tonight. I was hoping to give you a very peaceful experience so I could show you what it's like to be outside in nature rather than inside. But as nature always seems to be a very good teacher, tonight it wants to teach us to let go. Let go of your expectations and any ideals, because they don't exist. And again, part of the purification process is just learning to accept everything the way it is without criticizing and without your mind feeling the need to jump in and complain about what is happening. I have no control over this. Actually, I'm just going to wait for the wind to die down there because it's going berserk again. But I have no control over this whatsoever. And as soon as you recognize that you have no control over what's going on out there, you actually come to the realization that you have no control over what's going on inside you either. And once you kind of just let go of that control and get comfortable with letting go, then everything starts to become amazing. Because you stop criticizing everything, you stop judging everything, and everything is just the way it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. So again, I had this ideal vision of you guys sitting here looking at me with a beautiful sunset going on behind me in this tranquil space. And it seems like everything's going on right now. There's traffic going by just at the bottom of the hill. The birds are yelling at each other. I don't know what's up with them. Maybe they don't like me being here tonight. But it is the way it is. And if you can accept that and just let go, then again, your world becomes such an amazing and peaceful place. So instead of the meditation that I had planned tonight, actually what I want to do with you is teach you loving kindness. All right. And I'm going to move on beyond loving kindness when we finish this. But to start, we're going to sit and we're going to relax. And remember, the most important part of any meditation technique you do is to actually physically relax the body. Once you start to physically relax the body, you'll find that all of that tension releases. And a lot of people want to jump straight into doing battle with the mind and trying to, gain an advantage over it. And they forget to do this most fundamental part, which is to literally relax every single muscle in your body and just let all of that stress and tension go. So that's what we're going to do to start. Sit nice and comfortably. If you need to sit back against the backrest, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, sit just gently with your palms resting on your thighs and try to get your knees and your hips at right angles if you can. And with your spine nice and straight so that it's like a stack of pebbles just perfectly balanced on top of each other. And that way you don't require any muscle power whatsoever to keep your spine upright. So again, you can just relax all of those muscles in your back. So starting with your toes, I want you to just become aware of them and just feel your feet pressing against the floor. And imagine that the arches in your feet are just melting into the floor. Now I want you to move your way up to your calf muscles, and you should just feel them hanging. They should hang right from the backs of your knees, and you should just feel a little bit of weight there pulling down. Now I want you to move your awareness to your thighs and your hamstrings. Those large muscles, they tend to tense up, especially when you're sitting sometimes. You use those muscles to keep yourself upright. So just relax them completely. Picture them melting just like butter in the sun. And if you feel as though your legs need to move a little bit now that you've released the muscles, just let them go where they need to go. Now moving your awareness to your lower back. Just relax all of those muscles. And your upper back and your shoulders, they get incredibly tight with a lot of the jobs that we do these days. So just relax them and feel your shoulders just dropping down. Now move your awareness down your arms and to your hands. And you should just feel them very gently resting on your thighs. There should be no pressure there. You shouldn't be clenching your fists. Just relax them completely and let all of that tension go. Now moving back up to your neck and your jaw. Your jaw tenses up. Every time you think of having a conversation with somebody, your jaw will tense up. So just make sure that's nice and relaxed, but keep your mouth closed as you breathe. And move your awareness to your forehead and your eye sockets. And make sure you're not squinting and that your face is just really nice and relaxed. Now you should feel a sense of floating, as though you're light as a feather. And what we're going to do now with our loving kindness meditation is we're going to picture somebody in our mind that we love unconditionally. It could be a parent, a loved one, a sibling, a partner. But just picture them as clearly as you can in your mind, just standing right in front of you, and they're just smiling at you. And you can feel the love that they're sending towards you. And just do that for a few moments and become aware of the sensations within your body as you do that. Now I want you to picture somebody who maybe isn't quite so close, but they're somebody that you know, somebody that you trust. And I want you to picture them in as much detail as you can. Picture them looking at you with love, with a big smile on their face, just loving you. And feel what that feels like inside your body. Now I want you to picture somebody that maybe you don't like so much. Maybe it's a colleague or a co-worker, somebody that you wouldn't want to go out to dinner with or spend much time with, but somebody you have to be around. But I want you to do the same thing. Imagine that they're sitting in front of you, staring at you and smiling. And they have so much love in their face. And that love is being projected towards you. And just become aware of how that feels inside your body. And I want you to make that feeling grow. See if you can expand that feeling of love. Now, in perfect timing, we have somebody doing some landscaping over there with a Caterpillar JCB. And so the next part of this, what I want you to do is actually just open your eyes. And whatever it is, the first thing that you see, I want you to feel that sense of love. I want you to listen to the noise of that excavator in the background, and I want you to feel that sense of love towards it. Your mind might be telling you that that's not ideal and that's not perfect, but you can override that, and you can basically project love towards that noise and towards that excavator and feel that same wonderful feeling inside. And that is the essence of letting go and accepting everything that is feeling love towards it, no matter what it is. If you can change your natural inclination and start to project love towards things, instead of letting your mind criticize or judge, you'll find that your entire world is transformed around you. And everything becomes so amazing and beautiful. But more than that, internally, you will feel this immense feeling of love and joy. And once you've done that a few times with things that you really don't like, you'll be amazed at how the world changes for you. And everything changes. And that's basically unconditional love. Now we've been sitting here and there's been so much noise, the pinwheels, the wind, the cars going by, the planes going over. But again, if you can just, as soon as you hear your mind starting to complain about those things and say that it shouldn't be that way, that's not what I came here for, that's not what I expected. As soon as you notice that conversation in your head, just suddenly stop and start to project love towards whatever it is that you're feeling. And you'll see that your mind stops. How can it possibly judge something if you just told it that you're feeling love towards it? That is the magic of acceptance and the magic of unconditional love. So perfect timing, let's all feel love towards that plane up there. You know, feel joy towards those people that are on that plane. And I guess one of the biggest takeaways is that how you feel on the inside does not change anything that's going on outside of you. That plane is still going to be there whether I'm angry because it's flying over and I'm trying to meditate, or whether I'm feeling love towards it. So I'm the only one that feels any benefit of what I'm doing. But when you encounter other people and you have this tremendous feeling of love within you, you'll find that they change towards you as well. So even though you don't have a direct effect, you cannot control directly what's going on around you, you do have an influence over that. And that's what I mean by the world will change around you. You know, once you start to see everything as love, love starts to reveal itself to you too. So again, not what we expected tonight, but hopefully a very powerful lesson for you.